I mean, okay, as y'all have peeped, we're in June already, so what's more fun than looking at some potential Game of the Year candidates that have dropped in 2025 already? Let's peep.
There are over 6 months left in the year, and yet the Game of the Year contenders is already really filling up. And it's going to be hard to dislodge any of them. Some of these games
Bro, if it's me, it's Split Fiction. It's Split Fiction. Split Fiction is carrying the first half of this year,
that
but
are on this
we'll
list
see
feel
what people are
truly,
thinking.
truly special. And yet, my personal game of the year has grown more and more clear by the day, setting itself apart from many of the games we're going to talk about today. We'll get to that at the end, but for now, let's talk about what could be very heavy competition. This Game of the Year award is probably going to lead to a whole lot of happy people and a whole lot of unhappy people
Oh
because
wow.
the games that are on this list
Amazing way to say nothing. That is how that works. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not trying to come with this guy.
already made such
Speaking of which, Redbeard, Redbeard Flynn rolls a one. Yeah, y'all go check him out.
a mark that they have a very passionate following. But I don't think anyone can really argue that any of these games aren't deserving. I mean, okay, there's probably one on this list actually. Now that I think about it, if it wins, I think a significant portion of people are probably going to be pretty pissed off. Though maybe not quite as much as if, say, a DLC had won last year. The games that were
No, no, no. I don't care. I don't care. Shadow of the Erdtree was in its own right a full game. It was more than just a down. It was more than just downloadable content, more than just an expansion. Shadow of the Erdtree was worthy of Game of the Year. I don't want to hear it. I don't really mind that it lost to Astrobot of all things, but it was worthy. Okay, FromSoft doesn't miss. They don't.
lists have already sold multiple millions of copies, and with GTA 6 moving to 2026, the award remains up for grabs. And so many of these shocking
Damn, y'all really think GTA 6 is just gonna clear, huh? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It definitely has the hype of the people, but that's not necessarily what always wins. It's mostly the
for
judges.
this channel are going to be RPGs, but not all of them. One of them is not an RPG, but I'm still desperate to play it, even though I'm really scared that it's going to end up making me feel, well, dumber than usual. But first, let's talk about one that I did play. Split Fiction almost needs a
You're
genre of its own. It's a co-op action RPG platformer, story-driven game that manages at times to channel SSX snowboarding, Mario, and body horror. Okay, I'm not going to spoil that last one for you about the body horror or just horror in general. If you have played the game,
bro. The
you probably
final.
know the moment, the level that I'm
A lot of this game is amazing, especially the final boss. It's just so creative. This entire game is so creative, so peak. If y'all haven't seen Split Fiction,
talking
y'all gotta check
about.
it
The
out, or like,
horror
bro, grab a friend and play Split Fiction, bro. I swear that deserves Game of the Year.
flying level that almost turned me into a vegetarian, but you know, and if you haven't played it yet, you'll remember this moment when you watch this video when it happens, because holy shit. Made by Hazelight Studios and published by Electronic Arts, it is the follow-up to several
I, being completely honest, I don't remember what he's talking about. I mean, it has been a few months, but
successful co-op games of this nature, like It Takes Two, which took home its own Game of the Year award. It's got an astonishing 91 on Metacritic. There are moments in this game that follows the stories of two authors trapped in their own science fiction and fantasy creations that will leave you in awe at the ingenious level design, a touching story that made me tear up more than once, but perhaps most of all is what it brings to the game when you can play it with an awesome friend, like so. Oh, this is cool.
Look at us go.
Hey, what happens? Hang on. Oh my
oh.
gosh!
What the
I
Thanks,
got an
man.
achievement. I
Thank
got
Did
an
you?
achievement.
Just put it in. No, red. Oh my god.
Wow,
Henry
no,
goes
that
green.
sucks because that level's annoying.
Bro.
Oh, yeah, this
Why
level's
is this?
annoying.
Why is this even?
No, whoa, yeah, that sucks. It doesn't seem like it's on the hardest version of the level yet, though, but
And red is the
yeah, this
worst
is
you beat.
annoying.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. Bro, how we get to the end and red just like trucks it? Oh my god. I cannot. Cannot. Alright, go, 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 go. Hurry, hurry. Oh shit. Oh, that was me. Go, 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 go. Okay. The other way. Why are you going that way? Stop! Oh my god.
You straight up hoeing him.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When it happens to red, don't nobody come at me.
And perhaps one of the coolest things of all with this game, even though it has to be played co-op, you only need to purchase one copy and it can be played for free with a friend pass. It is just such
Yeah,
a unique game that blends so many different styles of game and anchors it down with its whole idea of co-op play and this idea of a compelling story. This, until recently, was my pick for Game of the Year. But there was another.
recently.
The most adventure I was
Oh,
expecting was a fuck or two.
no idea about this game.
Kingdom
I haven't
Come
been tapped
Deliverance
in, not gonna
2
lie.
was not the other, but that doesn't mean that it's not an incredible game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 carries on its shoulder the weight of a genre that's kind of, in some ways, fallen out of fashion since Skyrim splashed onto the screens. The wide open world reactive RPG where you kind of made your own game. But what Warhorse Studio has done is take that reactivity,
It looks pretty
packaged
good
it
too.
neatly in 14th century Bohemia, and cares deeply about historical accuracy, and gone and made a script even longer than Baldur's Gate 3 with over 2.2 million words. I think in general, when you have that much going into the writing of a game, you include actors and mocap and those kind of capturing those emotional performances, you're always going to at least get a little bit of my vote for the game because that kind of shows a caring for story. In KCD2, you follow
Fair.
the story of Henry, the main protagonist of the first game as well. You can end up in prison for thievery, get dirty looks or deference shown to you based on the clothing you wear or how fucking dirty you are. And like another game on this list, combat in KCD2 sets it apart as well, with a direction-based realistic combat system that takes time to learn and even longer to master, but is satisfying once you find a rhythm. I still haven't found the rhythm. I don't know if I will find the rhythm. For many, KCD2 was an improvement from an already great title in the original KCD, improving on what they did well in the way that I wish more sequels would. Until recently, I think for many, this was kind of the favorite for the Game of the Year, and it
Really?
still has a very real chance at nabbing the top award with.
Look, I don't want to say that a game that I haven't heard about couldn't win Game of the Year, but I haven't heard about this game, and I'm not crazy tapped into like all the games that are coming out currently, but it's just it hasn't been hype enough to warrant my attention, which I think is a good sign of what might be Game of the Year.
Over 4 million copies sold and a decidedly mighty 88 on Metacritic. For
Yeah,
realism, humor, drama, and incredible depth, this historical RPG is fantastic. Our next game, though,
could probably win
isn't
an
an
award though,
RPG.
An empty blue
or not a
planet
win an award, but it might be nominated.
represents a world of possibilities.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew all of my right, title, and interest in the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
A world of dreams and doorways.
I thought I knew what this game was at first. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh, it's called Blueprints. Okay.
Blueprints is a game I found difficult to describe. It's one that has me intrigued with hopes that it might tickle some of the same feelings I had when I played Outer Wilds, a beautiful puzzle game, and my favorite of all time. Blueprints itself is a critical darling with the best Metacritic score so far at 92. It's a roguelike puzzle game where you enter a mansion in search of the rumored Room 46. It's a mysterious manor with shifting rooms that bring you along an evolving mystery with its intricate puzzles. It's also a game that I haven't played yet, again, because scared to go find out how dumb I am. But luckily, there is another content creator that I know who was kind enough to give us a little bit of a talk about what Blueprints is, what it represents, and this is coming from someone who absolutely loves puzzle games. So, without further ado, here's Kratos.
Blueprints is
I mean, y'all ain't gonna hear from me, but I don't think a puzzle game would ever win Game of the Year. But we'll see. We'll see
one
what
of
they
those
got going on.
games that you like exists in a generation where you can't stop thinking about it. So as
Well,
you kind
puzzle, like I guess It Takes Two, Split Fiction. Those could be considered puzzle games. I don't know about Baldur's Gate. I don't know how Baldur's Gate won to this day. I don't know what they had going on. Astrobot, in some sense, I haven't really seen too much of it. Might be considered a puzzle game, but uh, like bro, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Fuck. I'm yapping. I'm yapping. Ignore me. I'm yapping.
of delve into the house, you
Wow,
kind
that's a
of have this like
long
idea of
talk
what,
on
hey, what's going
blueprints.
on here? Okay.
Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to like listen to all this. Like, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It's a long segment. It's like 2 minutes, but oh, this looks better than I thought. Never mind. Maybe it's my win. Yeah, I was yapping, but okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Oblivion, and then the last thing should be his personal pick for Game of the Year.
I was born 87 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
And you gotta play as an
This
old
is
nigga
the
in this game.
27th of Last Seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era, and the final hours of my life.
The biggest shadow drop of the year was Oblivion Remastered, at least I guess so far. Mostly the same base game as the
Oh, it's a remaster. It's not winning.
original 2006 Oblivion, but with
It's
completely
not
new
winning.
Unreal Engine graphics that really upped the beauty of the game. Oblivion itself was a masterpiece when it released, the second Elder Scrolls game I personally ever played, and one of the best narratively in the series in my opinion. And you might be sitting
I probably seem ignorant as hell, not knowing it was a remaster just off the name Oblivion, but like I've entered the gaming scene maybe like a few years ago at best. But I'm 19. I'm not true to this. My fault. Y'all can expose me. I ain't no OG Bethesda Skyrim type fan. Okay,
there
I don't know about
saying,
no
but wait,
Oblivion.
it's a remaster. How can it win Game of the Year?
Yeah, it's not
Well,
going to.
because in 2024, in a move that largely seemed to pave the way for Elden Ring's DLC,
Remakes confirms that DLC remakes remasters will be eligible. Yeah, they'll be eligible. Doesn't mean they're gonna win. And Elden Ring being the only reason Shadow of the Earth Tree as a DLC even like got nominated is because of how good it is. Don't get it twisted. It's a separate, brand new story, brand new content, brand new equipment. I'm not saying a remaster couldn't do that, but you're just repackaging the same game. Shadow of the Earth Tree is not repackaging the same game. It's like Elden Ring 1.5. Okay, a remaster, you're repackaging the same game, which is why I think it can't win.
to be nominated, the Game Awards clarified that DLCs, remakes, and remasters are all eligible for Game of the Year, and all awards, basically. This solidly works in the Oblivion Remaster's favor, though I have to admit, the game being on this list is probably the biggest outlier. I
Yep.
think it winning RPG of the Year is potentially a bigger possibility than Game of the Year, although obviously it has stiff competition. Despite its popularity hitting over 4 million players shortly after launch, I don't know that there will be enough of this game to push it into the nominations. We still have half a year to go with more potential breakout titles and even other titles like Assassin's Creed or Monster Hunter Wilds, which could push for Oblivion's spot largely because of how little has changed from the original game.
Yo, I locked it. Why is it Monster Hunter on this list? Yo, it should have taken Oblivion's place. This bro talking about a shadow drop as like a contender. This is a little bit of a silly pick. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little silly.
That's not to say anything negative of what Virtuos and Bethesda did with the remaster. It is a faithful remaster that people are absolutely loving. It's an absolute joy, and for many, this will probably be the first time they get to play Oblivion. The Game Awards didn't exist when Oblivion released back in 2006. It did, however, take home the Golden Joystick Award for Ultimate Game of the Year, as well as PC Game of the Year and Xbox Game of the Year. The biggest question will be, can it hold off entirely new competition? I honestly hope no, because I don't really think that remakes, remasters, and DLC should be included in this category. Instead, should have their own category. That's part of why I made my own silly one, the scuffed.
Fair, fair. I can accept that. If that's what y'all want to take it to, and y'all want to be like, hold on, like I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep glazing Elden Ring here because like I really don't give a I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep glazing. If y'all wanted to say DLC didn't deserve to be included in the main list, even though really it would have won regardless. Main game, non DLC, that's how good it was. But if you wanted to put it in its own DLC bracket, cool by me. Cool by me. But it deserves to have an award. That DLC was tough, okay? From Software is legendary.
Game Awards. But that leaves only one more game to talk about. My pick for the Game of the Year.
It's big.
Do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness?
No idea what this audio is from. Okay, so
Memories,
this replaced Split Fiction for him, by the way.
their dreams, their love for each other. We exist for as long as she wants.
What can I possibly say about Expedition 33 except that this has supplanted
Expedition
Split
33 is
to
the
become
name.
my runaway game of the year? A brand new IP turn-based RPG in a dark, grief-stricken Belle Epoque-inspired fantasy world full of mystery, twists, turns, and so many tears. Like, holy fuck, this game tears your heart out. And on top of that, it's got the most engaging
I'll look at my peep. I mean, regardless of the buffering or whatever, I'll look at my like. It looks solid. It looks good.
combat for a JRPG style game that I've ever played, with near Souls-like level parry and dodge mechanics, as well as an extravagant build system that can turn your party into gods, doing untold damage, taking multiple turns, halving the damage that they receive, and so much more. It's a gorgeous game with an ensemble cast of incredible talent like Jennifer English, Andy Serkis, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, and more. It's a gorgeous game for a small team, and it's stunning that this is the first game to release from Sandfall Interactive. When I played Baldur's Gate 3, I knew shortly after I began the game that it was something special. By the end of it, it had surpassed all other RPGs to be my favorite game of all time. This game is quickly rising up those ranks as I'm now almost 30 hours into the game, and it's making its way into the top 5, if not
30 hours is a rookie numbers. I put 200 hours in Ark in 3 weeks, so clearly you don't enjoy it that much. But anyways, those are some of the mid-year game of the year contenders. Looks like amazing games, beautiful games. I haven't heard of a lot of them, but because of this video, I'm probably gonna check them out. Hope y'all check them out. Like I said, check out bro's channel, Redbeard Flynn. I love y'all.